The South Pole enduring its coldest winter since records began back in 1957. Experts say between April and September, temperatures at the Amundsen South Pole Station averaged negative 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Now the scientists say it's due to a strong polar vortex, a stratospheric ring of cold wind encircling Antarctica. Nothing like that here, but hey, winter's around the corner.
Well, you're talking about the polar vortex, and one thing that happens in the winter when we talk about cold air outbreaks is that starts to shift and little pieces kind of break off within the atmosphere, and that's where we get some of our coldest air here in the United States and through parts of Canada. But
for sure,
don't have to worry about that right now.
Not right now. Yeah. Sometime.
Everything's warmer than average for a large portion of the United States. A jet stream going through our Tuesday. Check out the left side of your screen. Watching next week, possibly seeing some colder air finally move across the United States. So what we're seeing, we got a trough, an area of low pressure back out here to the west, and a ridge. So one of the reasons why we have that warmth sticking around the United States, almost 2/3 of the United States, is because of this ridge. Well, that's going to bottle things up back here to the west, and eventually this is going to break down. The high pressure of the ridge and the jet stream is going to start to break down, which will allow the heights in the jet stream to dip down here more to the south, which is where our next low pressure system is going to come in across the United States. This is on Wednesday. You see the pattern holds through Thursday, Friday, even this weekend. But by Sunday and Monday, some indications that we're going to see this finally on the move. And what that's going to do is bring us some rain chances as well as a mature low pressure system across the United States. Anytime you get that this time of year, you got warm, moist air pumping in from the south to the north, and then the cold, dry air coming in from the north. I should say from the south and then from the north with that area of low pressure at the surface. So by Sunday and Monday, we're going to start talking a little bit more about some cooler than average temperatures. Not next Tuesday, because you can even see by next Tuesday we're still on the warmer side for a good portion of the United States. But by Thursday and Friday, when this starts to move into next weekend, again, we're talking a really long pattern here where we may start to get some of those at or below average temperatures. That being said, coming up for our Tuesday at the surface pressure and the rain, well, what you're going to see is some of that rain through the southeast continue to hold through our Tuesday and also a little bit into our Wednesday morning. With the warmth sticking around, area of low pressure back up here to the north. That's what this circle is right there, which is going to bring in some of that rain through Florida, Georgia, as well as into Louisiana and Arkansas. Back out here to the west, pretty quiet until that next system, that jet stream, that kink in the jet stream takes shape, which is where we could see some more precipitation. And I say that because there's also some snow mixed in the higher elevations out there on the west. Goldfield, Nevada, sun and clouds, isolated shower, high 74, low 45. Aberdeen, South Dakota, lots of sunshine and mild, high around 75, low 53. Chattanooga, Tennessee, clouds and occasional rain, high 73.